Hey guys, and welcome to part 4 of our Halloween event. This time we're going to be talking to Luna, who's just here to the right of the entrance of Draenor Manor. The werewolf standing right here in the middle. Boom. And that is going to kick off this one. This is the longest of the mini quests, or at least it took me the longest to do, just because there are some activities that take a little while to play. But once you talk to Luna, the two other werewolves, Ed and Greg, will split themselves across the manor, and you will basically have to do a mini quest for each of them. But we will be doing them intertwined. So we'll be doing them at the same time. Firstly, we're going to head straight up, straight north, and we're going to be talking to Ed, who is going to require us to get some bait to kill a sea monster. Which will also unlock that activity later on. But once you talk to him, the goal is to go off and get 6 raw shrimp, which can be obtained lovingly from the Draenor fishing spot just south of the bank. You don't have to teleport anywhere, as I thought you might have just then. You could probably save yourself a small amount of time teleporting to the Draenor lodestone, but instead I'm going to make you suffer through watching me run all the way down. Plus it gives me some time to talk to you while we're running down and fishing. You know, you could have come prepared into this with your 6 shrimp, but why not? Why not just come on down and have a small little fishing session? Fishing's a fun little activity. We cast our net out, we draw it back in, and we hope to find some little shrimpies. 6 little shrimpies to be exact, not 5, 6. And as much as I love fishing, I do speed this little fishing section up here, because I did get quite a few anchovies that just made my life just that little bit harder. But eventually I do manage to get the 6 shrimp that I require. There it is. There are the 6 shrimp. And now we can head on back to head on back to the Draenor Manor. But you do need to drop all of the anchovies you got to feed the stray cats running around Draenor Manor. There's a lot of them around Halloween time. So just make sure to feed the local wildlife. So you will actually be bringing these shrimp back to Greg, the other werewolf, who is left of the entrance when you get in here. In fact, he's in the bottom left-hand corner. So you will enter and immediately take a hard left and come over to Greg. And you're going to do 2 things when you talk to Greg. You are going to start Greg's quest, which will give you Luna's compass, and you will also be continuing Ed's quest, which will turn these 6 raw shrimp you have into a sea monster bait that you can then use for Ed's quest. Just make sure you go through both dialogue options so that you do get the sea monster bait and you do get the compass. Sorry, you get to talk to Luna for the compass on the way back. Here's Luna. And Luna will give you the compass, which will help you in Greg's quest. This is why we do them intertwined, just so we don't have to do all of one and then all of the other. Or else it would take even longer. So now finish taking this sea monster bait back to Ed, and then you will kick off that activity where you will have to shoot some sea monster tentacles. Basically, tentacles are going to pop out of this little river, and as they do, just shoot the cannon that is in the corresponding row. It's pretty simple. 1 tentacle will pop out at the start, then it will evolve into 2 tentacles, and sometimes you will even get 3 tentacles that you have to shoot. Complete the minigame, and that will be it for Ed's part of this mini quest. Don't click the cannons too quickly like I just did there, or it won't work. And now that you are done and finished the sea monster off, please talk to Ed. Don't get stuck and confused like I did. You do have to talk to Ed to finish that off. But now we're going to finish Greg's piece off, which means we need to interact with Luna's compass. And it is going to lead us in the direction of where we need to go to dig up these sword parts. As you can see, the first spot is right here, and that will give us one part of the sword. And as we interact with Luna's compass, we learn that we have to get over to the west side of the manor for the second part. And again, it's going to be in a graveyard where we just have to dig up. You can either interact with the compass yourself to take you in the direction of it, or you can just follow me, run over to the west side, and dig where I dig. And it's right here in front of this tombstone. We dig it up and we get the second part of the sword. And once we have those, we just have to run them down to Greg, and he will put the sword back together for us. He'll also take the compass off our hands because, you know, we don't need it anymore now that we have both parts of the sword. And now you will be completing what is another one of the activities for this Halloween event, and that is the skeleton invasion activity. Basically, you just have to come in here and kill a bunch of skeletons. Firstly, you're going to have to kill 20 of them, and then you will have to kill an additional 50 after that. You can use your abilities as you please here, and you will unlock a couple more abilities when it comes to the 50 skeletons time, which do make your life a little bit easier. If you wipe out all the skeletons in the area, they will respawn, and then you can kill them all over again to get to your 20 that you require. So once you got those 20, just talk to Greg and he will give you the second part to kill 50 of them. It is a lot quicker with the additional abilities that you unlock. They will do area of effect damage, basically killing multiple in one go, and that's quite handy with Annihilate especially. There is cooldowns on them though, so you will still have to use your 2 original abilities. And one good placed Annihilation will clear the board and cap it off for me there and unlock that end of the mini game, and we can hand in now and be completed here. Once we finish talking to Greg, we just run over to Luna and finish up the mini quest. And you got a little bit of a taste of the 2 activities that you unlock as well. You will also get 1000 spooky tokens and a cosmetic override for the sword that you were using during that skeleton invasion activity, the one that you put together from the 2 parts. Arteria is its name. It talked a little bit to us, and now you can hold it to your heart's content as a cosmetic override, which we will show you just before the video ends here as well. here it is, just into the wardrobe and looking at main hand items. There is Arteria, and that is the end of our video. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.